All right, folks, welcome to another episode of Garage to Greatness. I'm your host, Thomas Pena, with our partner,
Alex Zeeb. And today, guys, we have an exciting episode. We have Mr. Matt Koury here with us to talk about networking. And networking is a super important part of all of our businesses, and Matt here is an expert on it. So we brought him in today to kind of talk a little bit more about it and tell us his experiences with networking.
How did you get started doing your networking?
Honestly, it was just finding people that were like-minded like me, and I connected with some people that connected me to other people, and I just kind of fell in love with what other people had to offer. So I kind of stumbled upon it, but it was just something I fell in love with.
So when you say fell in love with it, do you network any particular thing? I know that, when me and you met, and after a couple of times of talking, you told me that one of your things is to meet 3 new people a day.
Yeah.
How does that work for you, man?
Honestly, we all have different interests. I enjoy hiking, being in the outdoors, going to seminars, personal development. So just finding people that have like-minded interests as me and just connected on a different level, because there's a lot of things that I can offer that may be able to benefit them just like if that can benefit me. So just kind of bridging that gap and seeing how we can connect together and just make something happen. But I mean, between Facebook and going to networking events or just being out and about traveling, you'd be surprised the connections that you can make out there.
And you've made quite a few.
A few thousand.
So you don't even have one specific niche. You just network with literally everybody out there.
Yeah, any and everybody, because if I try to bring it down just to one niche, I feel like it'd be too hard. But I have a lot of interests. Like I enjoy personal development. I enjoy network marketing. I enjoy restaurants. I enjoy hiking. So I may not be able to do everything in one day, but I can meet somebody in a different area each day. So it's just kind of broadened my horizons and really saw what is all out there outside of Alexandria, Louisiana. So I feel networking has brought me to some places that, honestly, degrees can. I'm actually a high school dropout. I don't know if they'll talk to you about that, but oh, good. There's 2 high school dropouts here.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, networking has got me in places degrees never would. Just it's not about what you know; it's about who you know, and it'll get you in the door.
So what's the hardest part about networking?
Just putting yourself out there. There's a lot of people out there that are willing to help you and willing to kind of show you the way, because they needed somebody to show them the way. So everybody wants to pay it forward and give back, but you just have to put yourself out there first. And a lot of people are scared to get out of their comfort zone, and honestly, that's just the first step, saying hello.
Yeah, kind of like that stage fright thing.
Yeah, I was watching a article this morning, and the guy was talking about, he was teaching a seminar, and he said that by 2028, there will be more entrepreneurs than people in the workplace.
No kidding.
That's what he said, but,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Believe everything on the internet. It's true.
Absolutely, You seen that one commercial where the guy's he's with that fine-looking girl, and the insurance guy's like, "How'd you meet him?" She's like, "Oh, through the internet." Yeah. He said, "Yeah, he's an Italian model." And this big old sloppy guy walks up, and he's like, "Bonjour," So, yeah.
So be careful networking on the internet.
Yes.
That's the moral of the story here.
FaceTime.
FaceTime.
There you go.
So what would you say has been probably your biggest highlight in networking?
Biggest highlight is it's a mixture of things. I'll meeting people like Alex and Thomas here, or I've got to attend some John Maxwell and Ray Higdon events and just meet a lot of the speakers, and so Les Brown, for one, he big motivational speaker, been around 50, 60 years. He actually came to Alexandria, Louisiana, 10 years ago, and I was at his event, and they started breaking down everything off stage. So I just go ask one of the stage people, I was like, "Hey, what are the chances I can meet Les Brown?" And this guy make $10 an hour. He really didn't care, so I kind of got lucky. He was like, "Oh, well, he just walked back here. I can take you backstage." So I literally just asked some guy that was cleaning up if I can go backstage, and he introduced me to Les Brown. And honestly, at one of his bigger events, that never would have happened, but I got 10, 15 minutes, alone time with this guy, and just his wisdom and pouring into me was definitely phenomenal. But I can't put one highlight. 'Cause, I mean, I've got to win trips to go places. I've met some of the most phenomenal people from across the world. I have friends in almost every state, and I can't pick one. There's too many of them.
So, for someone thinking about getting into networking and things, what's the biggest tip that you would give them?
Just get out there. Just get out of your comfort zone. They say your growth zone is right outside your comfort zone, and you have to do just a little bit more. There's a guy, David Goggins, that says you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable for a short period of time. So just live the next 6 months, a year of your life like nobody else will. Then you can live the rest of your life like nobody else can. And it's just getting out there, just doing one more thing. Guy Ed Milet, he talks about this power of one. It's just doing one more phone call, making one more connection, running one more mile, doing one more push-up. It doesn't matter about doing 100 more of whatever, just doing one more than you think you can, and it becomes a muscle that you just continuously work.
Fantastic.
How much time do you spend every day networking?
Every day is a little bit different, but I try to at least make 2 or 3 connections a day. Some of my freer days, like especially if I'm driving, I do a lot of phone calls just to reconnect with people and see what's going on in their life. And actually tonight I'm going to a networking event in Lake Charles, and they usually have 100 people, 150 people once a month. So tonight I'm going to do 150 people, hopefully.
That's great. That's incredible.
Excellent. Man, listen, we appreciate you coming on here.
Well, of course.
Okay. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this week's episode. So go ahead and join us next Wednesday for our next episode of Garage to Greatness.